Hi, it's Haru from HarusKitchen. Today, I'll make two kinds of handmade udon, lime udon and lemon udon. To be honest, making handmade udon is really demanding, but that will make the taste much better, so I do it. For the flour, I use a kilo of Sanuki Suzuran. This is of quite good quality and available on Amazon.com, so this is my recommendation. First of all, add 90% of water and do mizumawashi. Like having the water go among every grain, but that's just an image. This salt water consists of 405 ml of water and 50 grams of salt. Mix them gently and quickly as soon as you add the salt water into the flour. If you don't do that quickly, the flour will absorb the water and turn into big masses. Mizumawashi is a plain and tough process, but this is one of the most important processes which determine the taste of udon. When the flour turns into small grains, mix them like scratching them with your fingers bent. Never press it. After that, add the rest of water and mix them again. By the way, my daughter comes to say that she's gonna run a soba shop because I've been making a lot of handmade soba and udon lately. I don't want her to do that because it's tough and will make her back hurt. But I think soba shop run by a woman might be buzzworthy. It's cool, isn't it? The process of mizumawashi is over after mixing them to this extent. Actually, we should wrap it and let it sit for about 10 minutes so that the flour absorbs the water evenly, but it is a hassle, so I don't do that. Put the dough together and put it in a plastic bag in order to prevent it from getting dry, and let it sit for about 30 minutes at room temperature. Next, put the dough between two sheets of vinyl and stamp the dough with your feet. The power of arms is not enough, and the texture won't be good, so make sure to stamp it with your feet. No problem. There cannot be such strong gems to go through the vinyl on our feet. Perhaps. Put your weights on your heel and stamp it entire dough evenly. After you stamp to this extent, roll up the dough and stamp it again. After you stamp to some extent, roll up the dough and stamp it further. After that, fold the flat dough into a square and stamp it gently. At this point, please be careful not to make it too big. Now, I can finally take a break. Put the dough in a plastic bag and let it sit at room temperature for about 30 minutes. Next, forming the dough into a round shape. Pull the edges to center to make it round, but it is difficult to explain, so watch the video and somehow take it in. See? Now it is a round shape. Then, stamp it again to make a large circle. I hope we could go on to the next step, but we have to let it sit another 30 minutes. The dough doesn't spread at all just after it is pressed. 30 minutes have passed. Finally, we can cut it. I cannot explain the next process well, so watch the video and get the image. Anyways, all you have to do is form it into a 5mm thick square sheets by using a dedicated roll pin. Before doing that, don't forget to sprinkle uchiko for udon on both sides of the dough. Uchiko is starch. If you have difficulty to spread the dough, that means you have to let it sit more. So, just let it sit for another 30 minutes. Making udon requires you a lot of power. If you are powerless, add more salt water in advance to make the dough tenderer. My back and arm are giving a cry of pain. Okay, let's fold the dough. Make sure to sprinkle lots of uchiko on the dough before folding. Insufficient uchiko results in the dough sticking to each other when cut. Cut it into 5mm width. Be careful not to cut your fingers. I have got injured with a 10-kilo knife. Fortunately, my finger did not tear apart. The cross sections don't have uchiko, so put uchiko there and putting the noodles in a box. Or they stick to each other and bring about a disaster when boiled. It's completion. Let's boil the udon. Filling up the pot with water is a point. Stir it gently to prevent the noodles from sticking to each other. While boiling the noodles, slice a lemon and lime. Get rid of the seeds. After the noodles are boiled, to prevent them from breaking, cool it perfectly with cold water. After they are cold, wash them. Okay, I will dish them up respectively. Today, I don't have so much time, so I use ready-made udon soup instead. This is how they turned out: lime udon and lemon udon. It is quite simple but looks delicious. First, I will try the lime udon. Oh, the noodles are so long and difficult to take. I should make shorter ones next time. Oh, the texture is outstanding. The sourness of lime works perfectly. This has somehow fresh taste. Next, trying lemon one. I knew it, but they are too long. Not easy to eat. This is quite good with the plain sourness. Use whichever you want, but limes have stronger sourness than lemons do. If you want more sourness, soak lemons and limes in the soup and wait for 15 to 30 minutes. But soaking it too long will change the taste completely, so be careful. And the best accompaniment is Asahi Super Dry. This is the routine one. Okay, I will have this with my family. My kids love udon, so they will be happy. Looking forward to seeing you again. Bye bye.